Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. I'm a freelance makeup artist with a passion for all things beauty. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So today I'm going to be talking about the Beige Winter Collection 2024 from Chanel. I picked these pieces up at the duty free from Thailand when I was at the airport because I knew that this was launching when I was coming back from holiday. I wanted to show you a few things that I picked up from the collection, but also show you the gift that I was kindly given when I returned home from Thailand. I realised that I had a delivery and it's this beautiful pouch. I thought I'd show that to you. It's just a really lovely pouch that I can put my makeup in. I think last year they sent me some lights which were really pretty as well, so this is a very lovely gift, so thank you very much, Chanel. So I have the Beige Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in Cool. I also have the Beige Base, which is a Healthy Glow Winter Glow Primer. This comes in 3 different shades, I believe, and I picked up light copper because I thought that would really enhance my tan. I've got 2 of the blushes. The first blush, which was that pinky shade, I didn't pick up, and I actually went in to Selfridges again to try it and it just didn't show up on my skin. So I've gone with the Coral Guivre colour and the Mauve Glaze colour. And then finally I have the lip product. There was a few different lips, but the one that I picked up was the one that looked quite pigmented and great for my skin tone, and it was 940 Cocoon. This is a hydrating, beautifying tinted lip balm which has a buildable colour, and it's from the ROUGE Coco Balm collection. I also wanted to show you something I purchased from duty free the last time I was in Mallorca, I think, or even the previous holiday. It's their dual eyeshadow brush, and I thought, you know what, let's just try it out together today with the eyeshadow so we can see how it actually looks and how it works. So one side it's got the sort of brush that's a bit more for buffing with or for blending with, and then the other side is a bit more flat. So let's make a start. Let's start off with the Beige Base, which is this Healthy Winter Glow Primer. I picked up the colour Copper. This is 30ml. If I quickly show you on my hand, because I'm going to put this product onto my face shortly. This is how it looks. Really reminds me a little bit of almost like a primer, a bit like a serum primer like by Terry, where it kind of illuminates your skin. This is what it looks like. Let me just put it out there for you so you can see how the colour looks. But you can see it's kind of got this lovely glow, and I think it's going to really enhance my tan. So I've come a little bit closer because I just wanted to show you how I would apply the primer. So I've got the primer just there, and I'm going to put it on my face now. Now it does have a scent. It does feel a little bit hydrating. It doesn't feel like dry. And I also have the Beige water tint on at the moment, so it's kind of blending together. But it's kind of given my skin a little bit of an extra glow. I took about a little squeeze. I can add a tad bit more. I think I'll get through this quite quickly if I did use it quite a fair bit. But I'm just putting it in the areas where I'd like to glow. So it's meant to be this sort of light copper shade. It has that Beige smell that comes from its products when you use the Beige range from Chanel. I like what it's done to my skin. It's definitely made it look quite glowy. So the next thing we're going to look at, and you can see the glow now, which is really, really lovely, is the Beige palette. This is the Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in Cool. There is 4.5 grams of product. It comes in the Chanel sleeve. Got the Beige packaging, the Chanel logo. Then you have the brushes, the protector. Then these are the shades. So this is a real kind of cool toned palette. And yeah, I'm excited to try this. So we're just going to do a hand swatch of these shades. So let's start off with the top shade here, and then we will go down to the right and then to the left. So let's start off with this top shade. Just there. Then we'll move on to this more pinkier shade. It's a nice colour. Then we will move on to this more darker shade, which is there. And this shade here is kind of like a more burgundy shade, which is here. And then the final shade, which is this sort of pinky highlighter shade, and that one is there. Pretty. Down here, so we've got the darker 3 shades. I'm going to use these as more highlighter shades because they're a bit lighter, but I think these are going to show up more on my skin tone, so I think maybe that shade first. Let's see how we get on as a base. I might go into this shade next. I'm going to go into this shade here to brighten things up a bit. And then I'm going to take that shade and put it on the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to use this darker shade to put it on the lower lash line. Then we'll take this shade at the top, just to blend at the top, and take that sort of blending brush that I have at the top and just use it to kind of blend the colours away at the top, just to make it a little bit softer. So I've just gone away, I've added some brow, some mascara and some brown liner. I just wanted to let you know I've used a brown liner that is actually from Chanel. The one that I have on my waterline is the Stilo U Waterproof Brun Agape, and it's 943. This is a really nice softer colour than a black, let's say. And the same with my winged liner. I've used the Pat McGrath brown liner just to soften the look. Now that I've added all this, I feel like I just want to intensify things a little bit more. So I have my dual-ended Chanel eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go in and just kind of intensify a few things. So I'm going in with that colour, which is that sort of colour there, and I'm going to take that shade and just go in again and just add it, just to add a bit of oomph. Now that I've got the colours on my eyes, I can see it a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with that darker shade, so this one here, I'm just going to put that on the outer V. So you can play with this, you can really intensify it, you don't have to have it light. And then I think I'm going to take that lighter shade again and just put it on the inner corner just to add a little bit of oomph again. I'm just going to go in with that shade again. It's a really nice shade. It's quite similar to Pat's shade that kind of sort of moves in the light. Reminds me a little bit of Natasha Denona as well. But I like that because it just adds a little bit of something. And then I'm going to take a little bit there, put it on the brow bone on each side, and then a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So I've just added a tad bit of concealer. I used the Pat McGrath concealer and I just wanted to lighten it just a tad under the eyes. So now I'm going to look at the blushes. I have two of the blushes. I have the Coral and the Mauve Glace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Coral first and then I'm going to do the Mauve. I'll do one side with the Coral and then one side with the Mauve. So let's start off with the Coral. You probably saw on Instagram that what people have been loving about this is the pattern on this particular palette. It comes in a pouch and when you open it up you have the Beige. Now apparently this brush is better than the brushes they've used in the past, so I'm going to use this brush to apply the blush on because I heard this is a better version of what they usually give you. You've got a cover for it and this is the colour. So this is that corally shade, which is beautiful, and then you can see that you've got the imprint of a snowflake. So I think the first thing we should do is do a quick hand swatch. So I'm just going to go over it with my finger. And the colour, I'm pleased to say, is pretty strong. So this is the hand swatch of the Coral colour. So what's great about this is you've got the mirror, so I can use this mirror to apply the blush. So we're going to take this new design apparently of their brush and we're going to use that to apply the blush. So I'm going in, okay. That's pretty. The brush doesn't pick up a huge amount, to be fair, so if you just want a sheer wash of colour then I would use this. I'm going to try one of Sonia G's brushes to see whether there's a huge difference. So I'm going to take my Sonia G brush, this is her Eno Cheeky Pro brush, and let's see how much product that picks up, whether it's better than the brush that they provide. Yeah, I think the brush is better. It's picking up the product better. There you go. It's really, really pretty. So we're now going to test out the other blush. And like I said, you can literally take more and just build. It's got a bit of a kind of gold glow as you move, which is a nice sort of highlighter type effect. It's really nice. Okay, so this is the Mauve Glace one. This is the one that's a little bit darker. It's in the Beige compact again. Again, it's got that new brush, which I don't think I'm going to use just for this purpose, so I can show you how pigmented it really is. And this is the darker shade. So I'm hoping this will really bounce off my cheek. So let's do a hand swatch. Going in, this is what the colour looks like. Cool toned pink, but like a dark pink, which I thought would show on my skin tone better than the lighter pink one. So I'm very excited to try this colour out. So let's go in. Oh, it's definitely more pigmented than the other shade, but it's just cool. But what I'm going to do is just blend it out because I actually think I prefer this shade because of the way that it matches the eyeshadow and the coolness of the eyeshadow. Isn't that a lovely colour? So I'm just going to take a bit more, just blend it. It's really nice. I like that. They're different. I mean, obviously this is more like kind of corally and this one is more kind of pinky purple. Okay, so that is Coral. And that is Mauve. Which one do you prefer? So for the battle of the blushes, I've decided that I'm going to stick with the shade Mauvre Glaze because I feel like it matches the look better. So I'm going to go in with the same shade, but I'm just going to put it on this side so it's equal. I like what that looks like on. Really pretty. So finally, we're going to look at the lipstick shade that I picked up. This is the ROUGE Cocoa Balm in 940 Cocoon. There were about, I think, 4 shades, but this one was the one that called to me because it had a bit of pigment to it and it looked like it would show on my skin. It comes in a white packaging. With this you get 3 grams of product. I like this formula. I've done reviews on this one before, so I knew that the formula would be good, and the shade is very, very pretty. So let's take a look at that together now. So this is the shade. Gorgeous. So I'll quickly do a hand swatch for you. Remember, this is a balmy texture, similar to, say, the new COCOON Moisture Glaze lipsticks that I've just done a review on. I'd say they're a little bit more balmy as opposed to pigmented in comparison. Okay, so let's try this lip together. Feels really lovely and balmy. I think it goes really well with this particular collection. I think that I picked the right colour. So that is the entire Healthy Winter Glow Le Beige 2024 collection. These are the pieces that I decided to pick up because I felt like they would be better for my skin tone. I think I made the right decision. I'm glad that I've picked these up. It's a lovely collection. It has a really lovely cool tone vibe for winter. It's making me feel like Elsa from Frozen, especially the eyeshadow, the inner corner that I did with the highlighter shade. It had that sort of wintry cool vibe, which I think you'll see in the promo pictures. I'm really, really glad I finally got to test this out. I picked this up, like I said, when I came back via Bangkok, and I was at the airport, and I got them for a little bit less than I would have paid in the UK because of tax, etc. So I'm glad I picked up a few of these pieces whilst I was there. This is the final look. I really hope you like it. Please let me know your comments. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.